Our next presenter is Malia Dell. She's the author of the cookbook Food That Works, Real Meals to Survive the 9 to 5. Born in Honolulu, later she lived in Chicago, Vermont, Massachusetts, and now Maine. She has also traveled extensively and lived abroad. At university, she majored in sociology with a concentration in business and a minor in fine arts. She's a certified wellness coach, a fitness instructor, and she is an advocate for workplace wellness. Tonight, she is going to discuss food that works and the process of writing a cookbook. Welcome, Malia.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be here tonight. As you know, my name is Malia Dell. I'm the author of Food That Works. And tonight I want to share with you my process of writing, testing, photographing, illustrating, and publishing my own cookbook. How I was able to focus for the past 4 years and tackle the largest undertaking of my life thus far. My idea to write a cookbook began when I was living in Boston, working in the corporate world. I experienced the difficulty of a 9 to 5, a commute, and managing to get real food into my body. I never imagined that this idea to capture my weekly routine around shopping and prepping would change the entire course of my life. In 2011, I left my corporate job and moved to Spain and southern Turkey to observe how other cultures manage their kitchens. I quickly came to the conclusion that in order to make homemade meals a reality for Americans, it was essential to have organized shopping lists, prepared whole foods, and portable meals with minimal cleanup. In 2012, I washed up on the shores of Rockland and decided this would be the best place to give birth to my cookbook. So first, I'll explain how Food That Works works. This is more than a cookbook. It's a weekly food system designed to help busy people have access to more homemade meals and eat fewer meals out. It has 5 weekly menus to choose from, all paired with shopping lists, prep day instructions, and recipes. This gets you out of the store quickly and teaches you how to prep, keep food in rotation, and run your kitchen efficiently like a restaurant. Food That Works encourages you to read ingredient labels, compare brands, select the best quality ingredients, and move away from processed and packaged foods, because you deserve the best. The recipes and shopping lists were strategically designed so that every ingredient you buy gets utilized and there is no waste. No more rotting veggies in the back of your refrigerator. Food That Works arms you with a plan. After you get home from the store, the most crucial step is doing your prep work. Food That Works walks you through it. You bake chicken breasts, bake some sweet potatoes, hard-boil some eggs, chop your onions, chop all your veggies, assemble a salad. Dedicate 1 to 1.5 hours on your prep day, and it will maximize your time during the week. This will turn your fridge into the ultimate grab and go. A handful of this, handful of that, and boom, you're out the door. This will be your gorgeous lunch, and your coworkers might be a little jealous. And I just wanted to let you know that this image was taken by Jacinda Martinez, who's also here presenting tonight. She took a lot of the photos for my book. I never set out to write a 165-page cookbook, and I can honestly say that I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I'd like to quote the actress Natalie Portman from her 2015 commencement speech at Harvard. As she discussed her acting career and some of her films like The Black Swan, she said, "I was so oblivious to my own limits that I did things that I was woefully unprepared to do. I took risks that I didn't even know were risks." Her words have stuck with me. Looking back, I jumped into writing this book without knowing how monumental it would be for me. Every aspect of this project has been completely self-taught. So the learning curve was immense, but I knew no matter what was put in front of me, I could always figure it out. Thank you, Google. How to interview a copy editor, how to negotiate a contract with a freelance designer. What is the difference between strain and drain? The process of creating this book has been amazing. First, I designed my own recipes, figured out all the quantities, and developed the weeks. Then there were countless rounds of recipe testing, lots of dishes, and I had testers locally and nationally test my recipes and submit their feedback. For the photography, I researched how to food style and coordinated intensive photo shoots at my house with several amazing local photographers, Dave Clough is here tonight, and friends. I hired a team of editors called Cookbook Construction Crew in DC, and for 12 long months, they helped me edit the manuscript, which was a 220-page Word document with track changes all over it. I hired a team of local designers, Camden Design, who are also here tonight, and they laid out this stunning book that you see. All along the way, I've been educating myself on the world of self-publishing and how to market my book. Now, I completely change hats as I've started booking wellness events at corporate offices and universities across the country. In 2014, I ran a successful Kickstarter campaign, raising about $9,000, to which many of you here in the crowd donated generously. This money will allow me to release an ebook and take Food That Works on a nationwide book tour. On my tour, I'll be doing food demos and educational events to spread the word of Food That Works and healthful eating. There are two things that got me through this project. The first is self-efficacy, which is one's belief in themselves that they can achieve something. Here's where I must give credit to my parents. I remember when I was a little girl, my father would introduce me to his colleagues and say, "This is my daughter Malia. She is an artist." This I accepted as a truth and never questioned my ability to create. I knew I could write this book. This is what it looks like to write a book, by the way. The second thing that got me through is I told every one of you that I was writing a book. I tend to do this to myself. I declare my plans to people, and then I have to do it. So I mentioned this to show that it pays to dream, and equally it pays to share those dreams with everyone. Shout it from your mountaintop. If this motivates you as it motivates me, tell everyone what you're plotting and planning. Ask for their feedback, then put your nose down and do it with total abandon, and the amazing people we put before you, and the universe will fling its doors open wide with opportunities unimaginable. So in 4 weeks, my book will be available on sale on Amazon, at Hello Hello, in other local bookstores, and at my food demonstrations. My measure for success for this project is not solely in book sales, but it's the fact that I finished. So whatever you are passionate about, go for it. Lose yourself in it, and you will grow a new you. I'm confident that this book will help people feed themselves better. I don't quite know how to express what it feels like to see my book between covers, but I know that I need a lot longer than 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Thank you.